Welcome to Training Tricks. Now, Training Tricks is designed to teach you the top 10 strength training principles that apply to almost every exercise. And because there's 21 exercises in this DVD, there's 3 groups of 7 different exercises, I thought I really didn't want to repeat the same information over and over throughout the entire DVD. And more so, you don't want to listen to me like I'm speaking to you from the Department of Redundancy department. So I'm going to get through this, listen to it one time, but apply these principles to every exercise that you do. Now, first and foremost, the most important principle is cardiovascular warm-up. You have to do something that warms up your entire body. And you can't do that with push-ups and squats. It's just too dangerous. So you want to do like a bike or a treadmill or a cross trainer or a cross-country ski machine, or even if you're at your house, you have no equipment, just walk up and down the stairs for a couple minutes and just bring blood flow to the muscles and the joints to make it safer. I thought no better place to do the cardiovascular warm-up than in front of my wall of fame here. My stepfather and one of my clients, a free client, actually just set the world record for swimming the English Channel this past summer. So at age 70, oldest person to ever do it, he swam it in 15 hours and 59 minutes, and I had the honor of being his coach on the boat throughout the entire swim. And anyway, you don't need to swim for that long. You don't need to exercise for that long during the cardiovascular warm-up. Just a few minutes will suffice. Make sure you have water. You can hyperhydrate yourself, and some good reading material. Recognize this guy? So just something to keep yourself entertained, to force you to do it, because you're probably not going to want to. You're going to want to get right into the strength training, but make yourself do at least a few minutes of cardio. This doesn't qualify as your true cardio session. You can check out the cardiovascular training program at Healthy Introductions to Cardiovascular Training. But at least a few minutes just to get the blood moving. So that's it for the first principle. On to the next. Strength training principle number 2, flexibility. Never stretch to warm up. A lot of people think that stretching warms up the muscles. Is actually the worst thing you can do. You always want to warm up to stretch, not stretch to warm up. Now, muscles need to be pliable when you stretch them. You need to actually train them first. You can stretch in between sets. You can be stretching after the end of your entire workout program. But the muscle fibers contract like this. You need to pull them back out. You need to do some flexibility work. Just don't do it before you've exercised. You can do it after you do cardio, but don't stretch a cold muscle. It's like stretching cold taffy or cold silly putty. You pull it out and it snaps. You need to warm it up and make it pliable first. Like I wouldn't want to go out this to full range of motion, which on this is 180 degrees. Unless my muscles are very warm. I don't think I'd want to do it anyway. But and also, you don't need fancy equipment like this. You don't need elaborate equipment to stretch. Basically, this is not a stretching video. I'm not going to be able to go through this entire stretching program with you. You can check out Healthy Introductions to Flexibility Training at our website. But basically, you want to a muscle contracts in one direction, stretching is moving the opposite direction. So if your muscles contract like this for chest, you're basically stretching them by moving the opposite direction and holding. You always want to hold a stretch for like 20 or 30 seconds. It should be a static stretch, nice and gentle and easy, no bouncing. There's a lot of misinformation on stretching out there. You want to make sure you're stretching the muscles, not the ligaments. So anyway, that's principle number 2. Let's go on to the next. Strength training principle number 3. What's wrong with this picture? Me. What's wrong with this picture? Almost the same thing. Breathing is so important when you're doing strength training. A lot of people don't know when to breathe, so they don't breathe at all. Basically, whenever you're raising a weight, you want to breathe out. You want to exhale. When you're lowering a weight back down, you want to inhale. Or breathe normally. Maybe breathe a couple of times if you're moving slowly enough. So it's out when the weights are going up. Think about exhale on exertion or blow it up. You want to really open your glottis. You want to open your mouth. You get a lot of air out while you're driving a weight up. If you don't do that, if you close your glottis or even purse your lips and breathe like that, you're creating a back pressure. It's called a Valsalva maneuver, and it raises the blood pressure really, really high. It can double, triple, even quadruple your blood pressure, and you want to make sure you're exercising safely. If somebody was watching you from across the room, what I like to tell my clients is they should know how hard you're working. You should be acting. You should make it look easy. Even if your last repetition was very, very difficult, no one should really know how hard you're working. So I can hit the point of fatigue, not move the weight. No, once in a while you can make a little facial grimace, but you really don't want to turn colors when you're exercising. It's one of the most important principles. It's just a safety issue. And especially when you're first starting up, and if you do have higher blood pressure, especially, you really need to make sure you're exhaling a lot. If in doubt, breathe out. So that's principle number 3. On to the next. Okay, 2 birds with 1 stone. Strength training principle number 4. We need to divide your body into different muscle groups. Basically, the menu system on this DVD is designed to work the push muscles all together, the leg muscles all together, and the pull muscles all together. Now, if you're doing a pushing exercise, something like this, you're using the chest, shoulders, and the triceps. You can't not use one of those 3 muscle groups. And a lot of clients, what they tend to do, they'll work like chest and shoulders on one day and maybe arms on the next day. And you're using your triceps when you do this exercise, so you can't do chest exercises on one day and then triceps on the next day without overtraining. You're gonna work your arms 2 days in a row. So this is chest, shoulder, triceps. Leg muscles you can work all together, and pull muscles. Say if I were to do one-handed chin-ups here, that's using back and biceps and forearms. So you want to work those all together as well. So you really need to organize your workouts. The menu system does that for you, but you should have a push workout day, a leg workout day, and a pull workout day. Now it's okay if you do these all in one day, so you don't get a chance to work out all week long, you can do all 21 exercises at one time. If you do 1 set per exercise, and it's about a minute per set, it would take you 21 minutes, not including rest. But you can do it all like that if you really need to. Probably a more ideal situation is to do push on one day, say Monday, take Tuesday off, do legs on Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then do pull muscles on Friday. So you have 3 days a week. Each workout takes you between 10 minutes and 30 minutes, and you're done for the week. So that's it. Organize your workouts into 3 separate groups, and on to the next. Strength training principle number 5, variety. Now, you want to keep changing your workouts so you're not physiologically and psychologically stale. Just keep doing things you're not used to. You don't want to keep doing exercises that you're good at. You want to do things you're not good at so your body can adapt and respond. Like we have over 100 machines in here, but we don't use machines all the time. We have a lot of dumbbells in here too. You got to use those. You got to use barbells. You got to do body weight exercises. Like for chest, say I was doing a bench press, a barbell's great, but you don't want to do it each and every workout. Sometimes do a machine, sometimes do a dumbbell press, sometimes do push-ups. And they all serve a purpose. Machines might work the muscle better through a full strength curve, a full range of motion, but body weight exercises are important too because it's real life activity. So variety is the spice of life. Make sure you do a lot of different exercises. On to the next.